You're getting free government money, BAH, that you should be paying on a home for.
Not the government. I mean, I did it myself. I used the VA loan 3 times while on active duty.
Nice.
And
every time you sell the home, you keep the equity.
Keep the equity, and then go to the next one and get into it, not having to pay any money out of my pocket. And the government's giving you the BAH because you rate it.
Basic Housing Allowance.
Basic Housing Allowance when you live off base, and let them pay your mortgage. Let them pay your mortgage. You're building equity, and then when you go to transfer after that 3 years or 4 years, whichever it may be, now you're getting the equity from that house, and you're going to the next duty station to use the VA home loan again.
You're correct. And here in West Michigan, you get $1,400 a month in BAH. That's a good home.
Yeah. But again, it's the senior leadership that is telling these guys when they come out here, especially to Michigan, telling them, don't buy a house, rent.
Yeah, so it's an uphill battle right now, but we're still battling. You know?
And I would say I was one of them too. Before I got into the business and saw it myself, here I am telling these junior Marines that are coming out to recruiting duty, find a place to rent. Don't buy a house because you don't know how long you're going to be here because you might not make it through recruiting duty. You know, and but
not everybody can be like Ken.
22 years recruiting.
So, no, 16. Okay.
But the fleet didn't want you, huh?
And then even when I was teaching recruiters at recruiter school in San Diego, that's one of the things that I would tell my students is, whatever you do, don't buy a house when you get out there because you don't know if you're going to make it past the probation period, you know. And now that I look at it, I'm like, man, you know, why did I do that? You know, not only because I'm in the profession now, but at the same time, it was the Christmas time, but at the same time, you know, there's a possibility for these guys to be able to, and ladies, to be able to make equity off of a house instead of allowing somebody else to make money off of you.
Yeah. A Marine I served with, I didn't even know he was still on active duty. He bought a house outside of Camp Pendleton in 2005. He still owns it, using his VA home loan, right? If you know anything about California, home values have like quadrupled, right? I think he bought it for like $400,000. He probably owes under $2 million, and that was 15 years ago, 14 years ago. Yeah. He is set to make bank, and he hasn't paid a dime for that house. The government has paid for it all. So he's going to sell it. He's probably going to net $1 million, and he's set for life.
It's worth $800K all day.
He was transferred to Camp Lejeune, which is completely across the country, but he kept that house. Smart. For whatever reason, you know.
Well, he can rent it out.
Because he rented it out to another brand.
He rented out to one of Kenny's recruiting clients.
Yeah, one of the recruiters
out there. But yeah, I mean, it's insane. And then he can go to North Carolina and buy another house there and do the same thing.
I'm sure he did. I lost touch with him.
Houses in North Carolina are dirt cheap.
Yeah, and you can't resell those either.
No, what you get here for $500,000, you can get down there for $2 million. It's insane.
Well, what you get from California for $1 million, you can get here for $250,000. So it all depends on where you live. But I mean, regardless of where you live, too, the knowledge is still is crucial when it comes to the VA loan and when it comes to assisting the veterans in purchasing their house, because a lot of times that's basically what it is. You know, they don't know themselves.